So it's day 2 and I'm on Mount Shasta right now. This is I'm looking at Mount Shasta, and this epic scene right here is also what is available to look at. It's incredible. It's incredible up here. The energy is beautiful. It's amazing. There happens to be a mountain race up here today. More on that in a moment. I wanted to talk a little bit about this Gene Keys Delta flight, the Delta experience that I'm doing. How do I best describe it? It's randomly grouped together by the Gene Keys, these 7 individuals from all over the world who are, working with the Gene Keys. And you sort of take a week, each person in a certain position within this. Of course, the Gene Keys are all about sacred geometry and sacred positionings, and so this one's like a triangle, or the way the angle of a flight of birds would look in the sky, like a V. And so I signed up for it, and you randomly get placed into some position on the chart, and I got placed into position number 1 on week 1. So I flow through this every week with the position that is within this sort of design, and it's amazing. I was super excited about that. All the positions have a theme that you carry through for the entire 8 weeks is what this Delta flight, this experience is all about. I guess it's kind of like an online retreat. Each week you focus on a different Gene Key, a different position. Everybody but the first person, the one in position 1, and then I move out of position 1 next week. Everybody but the one in position 1 has a dance partner, somebody that's across from them, if you imagine the V flight of birds. And you meet up with that partner via Zoom or some other sort of connection from all over the world, and just find out how they're working within their specific process. So this week, it's all about the 12th Gene Key for me, and I don't have this one in my profile, so it's wonderful to be able to examine Gene Keys that aren't in my profile at a deeper level. I'm not even sure if anybody in my family has this particular Gene Key, so I heavily study my family's Gene Keys, and with regards to this new sort of experience, I get to study some new ones. And this is the shadow of vanity and the gift of discrimination and the city of purity. And what's really interesting to me as I go through this, and I've got some insights. I'm not sure if I'll share them on this particular stream. Maybe tomorrow's, because tomorrow I sort of step out of this role. Anywho, I was looking at the other Gene Keys that are part of the codon ring of trials, which is this codon ring. And as you get deeper into the Gene Keys, you get really into the science part of it. And I don't understand it all completely, but it's intriguing, and making sure there's no ants crawling up my legs. Just little bugs here and there. Just don't eat me. And so I also studied the 3 other Gene Keys that are part of this, because those ones actually are part of my family's profile. The 33rd Gene Key, which is the shadow of forgetting, the gift of mindfulness, and the city of revelation. And it's a beautiful one. My middle child has this one in his profile. And he also, as well as the oldest one, has this next one. This is the 56th Gene Key, which is the shadow of distraction. That's a huge shadow to work with kids. The gift of enrichment. I'm getting quizzed on these. And the city of intoxication. And so as I was listening, in particular, I was listening to the 33rd Gene Key and the 56th Gene Key on my run today, as I was running around this Sisikyou Lake, Lake Sisikyou or something. Like 7 miles, took 8 miles because I got lost a couple of times. And that's the point of this, is I was actually on, I'd gotten through the 33rd Gene Key. They're about 30 minutes to listen to. More of this great view, guys. and I was on to the 56 gene key, and it was all about distraction. I kept getting lost. I got lost in the campground. I realized I should bring my family here to this amazing campground, of which I had similar experiences with my family as a child, and I loved them, and I remember them to this day. And I'm like, I can't find the trail, and I think I'm running through people's sort of cabin camp spots, like next to the water. I'm like, hey, it's just me, lost. And I was so distracted with my phone, like trying to find the trail and where am I going, and I can't see it because it's on my arm. And I after a moment, and I got really frustrated. I got really frustrated in that moment. And it wasn't like, it did dawn on me, is what I'm trying to say, that I was listening to this shadow of distraction, the gift of enrichment, and really being spoken to about what are the things that are distracting for me in my life. And there I was, like, I mean, I swear I had the phone on my arm, this arm, and so I was like running around in circles, like trying to see it, getting in and out of the sun. You know, this wasn't a trail I could get easily lost on. You go around a lake. It's like you just keep the lake on one side of you. So even as I got the lake on the other side of me, I was like, something's wrong. And I still kept consulting my phone. I still kept getting more and more and more and more distracted. So when you go on a solo meditation retreat and you ask for your master, which is within yourself, to offer you, there's like a really cool cloud out there, I see, to offer you guidance in the lessons that you need, and it offers you one just as you're listening to something, as you're getting so distracted and by your phone and your technology, and just like I probably wouldn't have missed the sign, or I probably would have saw the sign, or intuitively there was a turn. I when I finally backtracked like a half a mile, because the lake was suddenly on the other side of my arm. I'm like, this shouldn't happen unless you're going back the way you came. This isn't an out and back, it's around the lake. So I sat in that moment with gratitude, because here I am on a solo meditation retreat with no masters. I'm supposed to be kind of silent, so this is like whatever, it's my first one. But I asked and I opened up for Saint Germain. He's the ascended master that has the powerful energy here at Mount Shasta. And my dad, who's passed on, but this would have been just right up his alley. I mean, oh my gosh. And I asked for all of the guides that wanted to come forth in helping to show me the way through this retreat and through some of the processes that I'm working with right now in my life that have coincided so beautifully. So it's a really epic kind of quick tale that I wanted to leave you with before I continue on my way. I'm kind of like perched here, just again, checking for ants. Maybe I'll get up and I'll kind of show you what's in front of me. All right. Don't want to step on my own sunglasses. That would suck. So you can just see, is that the white peaks right there? Maybe like right here. You can just see the white peaks through the trees. Like, oh yeah, it doesn't help when I point. I mean, you got the white clouds and you got some white peaks right there. But I'm going to kind of keep going on my way. I have really enjoyed connecting through these live streams. Whoa, that is a giant bee. Hi. I mean, I'm naturey, but I'm still working up to it. So like big old giant bees do not land on me. So look at yourself and the things, this started with the 12th gene key, and it really evolved into the 56th gene key for me. And this is one of the prominent gene keys in my kids' activation sequence in their radiance sphere. And I have so much to learn from my children from this gene key. And I think that's why I'm so focused and interested in diving deeper into my family's gene keys and really a gene key genealogy. Hi, huge bee. Just stay away from me. Do you sting? Just don't fly in my backpack. I don't want you in my car. So I can look at it in a new light, and I can realize that step from distraction into enrichment and into intoxication, these are the entertainers of life, and the humanity is on its route to step into the entertainment business. I mean, things are chaotic, they're crazy, unreal, right now. So we are being highly distracted by the things that are going on around us. And it's time to really start becoming more enriched in our lives. So look at your life and look at your distractions and find out what you need to cut out of it, what you can cut out of it, so that you can focus on enriching the places in your life that need the most enrichment. So that you can focus on giving the love that comes with the city of purity. Here I go back to the 12th gene key. I'm giving this love out to everyone in this pure way, not in a competitive way, not in a way to appear separate from anybody else, but in a holy, undivided way. Whoop, and there's a big old fly. So find out what you can cut out. Try cutting some stuff out. Try it. Just try it. It's summer solstice. It's a new moon today. Hopefully I'll get this uploaded before the actual new moon. I think I will. But try to let go of some things. Set yourself up with some intentions with this new moon and the summer solstice of how you want to end your 2020. We've been talking about how crappy 2020 is, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be epic. Like, this is pretty freaking epic. Have you seen what's around me? So let your 2020 be epic.